Now, of course, our hearts certainly go out to Charles Vaca's family, as well as the girl and her family. But you know what? What a serious tragedy. We have a gun expert standing at the ready. Let's talk to the gun expert, Samuel Hayes. Talk to us about this weapon, how the weapon is structured, and is it safe for a 9-year-old to be in possession of it?
Absolutely not. I mean, it's never safe for a 9-year-old to be in possession of a fully automatic weapon. I know some adults that I wouldn't put a fully automatic weapon in their hands without some kind of specific training. And let's be clear, this is not an accident. Although it may have been an accident that she shot him, this is a result of negligence. And as a result of that negligence, two families are devastated now. There was negligent on the part of the gun range to have a policy that would allow an 8-year-old child to be in possession of a fully automatic weapon. And unfortunately, I hate to speak ill of the dead, but it was negligent on his part as an instructor to not have full control of that weapon even while she was shooting it. I mean,
we're going to certainly get into that without question. We have C.W. Jensen. You're there. You're a retired officer. Talk to us about that. Now, it seems to me that our firearm expert, Mr. Hayes, raises a very good point. Do you disagree?
No, I agree with him 100%. You know, I don't have a problem with a kid learning to firearms, and I don't know if he has a gun there, but this is a Glock 26. It's a semi-automatic pistol, right? So semi-automatic and automatic, I think it's important for your viewers to understand. So this is a semi-automatic. Let's say I load it, I lock it, now it's loaded. I can fire once, and it takes the hammer down, and then I can fire very, very fast. Bam, 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 bam. The difference between this and an automatic is, and I think this is what happened to the little girl.
Okay.
You pull this, you have to pull each time. An automatic, it just goes brrrr, and it's gone.
But it would seem to me that certainly the firearm instructor would be on notice of that. But let's be clear. The victim appeared to be doing everything by the book. He was standing right over the girl with his hands right on her back and arm. But still, all precautions could not prevent this horrible tragedy. Look at this.
Really don't know what happened. I mean, our guys are trained to basically hover over people when they're shooting. And, you know, if they're shooting right-handed, we have our right hand behind them ready to push the weapon out of the way, and if they're left-handed, the same thing.
Now, just to be clear, I'm certainly no firearms or weapons expert, but just look at how petite this girl is. It would seem that the force of the recoil would be a major consideration in deciding whether a child should even be allowed to possess such a firearm or be even at a range. It's a powerful weapon, is it not, Samuel Hayes?
Absolutely, it's a powerful weapon, and that's where I disagree that having the instructor having his hands on the actual person. He should have had one hand on her back and another hand on the actual gun to be able to control the recoil. In the event that he felt the gun moving in a direction that was unsafe, then his hand would have been right there on the firearm to be able to take the gun from her or at least control the direction of fire, and it wouldn't have been able to come back towards him. And I mean, this is a 9-year-old girl. We're looking at the physicality of a 9-year-old girl who is, I mean, she basically has a series of mechanical parts in her hand that when you press the trigger, you're causing multiple explosions at the end of her hand. That's going to be extremely jarring to anybody if they're a first-time shooter.